and I really do, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. And an absolute privilege to have been on the same football pitch as you. Well done, pal.
Mr. Hood, can I ask you to come up?
Here we go.
John. I'll ask John to present you the Hall of Fame 2018 trophy. Gentlemen, I'll pass over to Mr. Hood.
Well guys, I'm not going to talk about myself here tonight. I'm going to just feel very honoured and humble to be inducted into this Clyde Hall of Fame tonight. I've been very lucky and privileged to have been managed by, played with or met almost all the current inductees, including Harry Haddock. Now, Harry came along to training at Shawfield when he was recovering from illness to try and get some fitness. And he trained with us and he played with us, and let me tell you, he could still play even though he was in his 50s and he was recovering from illness. And what an honour it was to meet the guy. Clyde Anderson signed me from Hamilton Accies in 1975, and he met me before I signed, and what he said is he needed a bit of steel in the team. He had too many young players who were getting bundled about. There was Joe Ward, there was Steve Garvey, there was Jerry Marshall, there was Sean Sweeney, and basically they didn't have enough steel to play against the second division or the first division players at that particular time. So he brought me along. Now the first night at training, we had a good session, then we went behind the goals. And basically behind the goals, everything was going alright, when I get this thumping tackle for the back. And I just looked at the guy, gave him the look, I had no idea who he was, and I just played on. 5 minutes later he battered me again. I'm going to myself, wait a minute, this is a Thursday night. Said to Dom Sullivan, who's the only guy I knew reasonably well, who was this nutcase? He was basically tackling that in a Thursday night. He says, that's John Burns, he likes a tackle. So the game went on for another 10 or 15 minutes. The ball broke between me and John. Now unfortunately I was a bit late. And John spent the rest of the session hurpling about. At the end of the session, as we're walking across the dog track, John comes to me and says, "Big man, I'm just testing you for the boys. By the way, you'll do for us." So basically, that's where we were at that particular time. Now, I played under a lot of managers at Clyde, and basically with Stan at the time, and I love Stan. Stan was a great guy, he was a great Clyde man, and he was a great manager at the time. Then Stan left the club, and with a couple of guys come in. There was Bobby Waddle, and there was Mike Clinton who came in temporarily, and then Big Billy came, as you know, for a season before Craig came along to the team and gave us the club some stability and success. Now in the team, the Clyde team at the time in 1977 was a great side. But over the years I played with some really, really good players at Clyde. I'm embarrassed to say this because two of them are in my presence. I didn't know they were going to be good, but I have got them written down, haven't I?
Absolutely.
Not because they're here. Dom Sullivan. When I arrived at Clyde, I thought Dom Sullivan was a fantastic player. And he went on to go to Aberdeen and eventually Celtic. I thought he was a great player. There was Brian Ahern, who I think everybody who played for Clyde will know that Brian Ahern was one of the best Clyde players ever. And then we've got my striking buddy, Joe Ward, who went on to great things when he went to Aston Villa. And Joe Ward was a fantastic player. Pity about his work rate, but he was a fantastic player. Basically, you've got Jerry McCabe. Craig brought in Jerry McCabe, and I think Jerry McCabe is probably one of the best uncapped players in Scottish football. Yeah. I think he was a fantastic player, and it was good to see. And then you had the young boys. You had the Pat Nevins, the Tommy McQueens, who were coming through. And I'm not going to forget Stevie Archibald, because he definitely turned into a good class striker once he left Clyde. Couldn't get a game at Clyde. I don't know why, Joe, do you? During my time at Clyde...
Nobody else nearly, no?
No. He's my best pal. He's my best player. I already told you when to get my best player tag. But then at Clyde, what I did say, I should mention actually that we had a great thing at Clyde, and I'm obviously very proud of some of the achievements I made. Some of the achievements have already been mentioned here. Obviously winning the 2 league titles. 1977 and 78 was the one that means most to me. 81, 82, I don't class myself as a major player in that team. And basically I think that Craig Brown established a really good side with a great mixture of youth, experience and skill. And at that particular time, Joe Ward and I established a very good up-front partnership, probably the strongest strike force that I played with at Clyde. At this time, I take this opportunity to thank Joe very much, because he allowed me to improve my fitness. I didn't know he's running, I didn't know he's shutting down. I made most of his chances, I made most of his goals. But in saying that, he was a good partner. I'm glad he's actually here to hear that, because I was going to say it anyway. Sorry, wait a minute. During that season, Craig let a few players go. I'm not going to mention any names. You'll know who they are. Anyway, he added John Brogan, Matt Cloughley, Tommy O'Neill and Jerry McCabe and Jimmy Sinclair to the squad. And we had experienced players there. With big John Arrow, what a fantastic goalkeeper John Arrow was. And with Eddie Anderson, Mr. Reliable at right back, with Brian Ahern, Jimmy Boyd and Stan Rankin. Now Stan Rankin was my type of player. And basically with young players with Joe and Jerry, Arthur Grant, Bobby Ferris, Sweeney and Graham Finlayson. Now, final game of the season, we'd lost to St John, we'd lost to Raith Rovers with 1 game to go to win the league. Anyway, final game of the season, it's against Stranraer, at Shawfield, it's simple. We win the league. So I take the kick off to Joe, Joe gives to Brian Ahern then knocks into the right back position. And with outstanding pace, I chased this ball down. I managed to rob the right back, take it past him and hit the most beautiful left foot cross I've hit in my life. Now to my absolute amazement and astonishment, I sees Brogy running onto the ball. I sees him leaping like a salmon. Heads into the net. 1-0, we eventually went to win 4-0. Now the most amazing thing about that was that to this day, Brogy has never mentioned that goal. Aye, right, every time I see him. And after we won the league that night, one thing I'm very proud of, Harry Haddock, mentioned him earlier, he belonged to Shawfield and he presented me with one of his international jerseys, which I still have very in my possession, for my contribution towards Clyde winning the league. And I felt that was a great honour that Harry honoured me with that situation. The second title, well, Brogy mentioned it. Danny Masterton, I think Craig, I'm not going to say, they didn't pay any money for me by the way. The only made it was a phone call. Will you come and help me out? No problem. So I was along there, Danny Masterton, first thing at training, first night off, Danny, you've got to start improving your performances. You better start playing because you know I'm here to replace you. So that was a big enough threat, because in fairness, every game I mentioned it, spent an awful lot of time, my arse was sore that year. Sitting on the bench. But that's good, I scored a lot more goals if he just played me, wouldn't he? So basically I used to chase up Danny all the time, and in fairness, Danny had a great season and scored, he was top goal scorer, and we won the league comfortably. I'm also very proud of being made the honorary member of the Castlemilk Clyde Supporter Club. And I spent many a happy night in their company, presenting them with a Player of the Year trophy, which I won myself once, so I'm very proud of that. Also, Sid mentioned the Football Focus, so I'll just skip that one. With the ultimate honour is to be inducted into this Hall of Fame, because I'm a Clyde man through and through. It's the first result I look for. Point of interest, we've got on the 28th of April, we've got a Legends dinner here with all the Clyde players and backroom staff, the 77-78 team. I've got in contact with every player apart from 2, and at least 14 of them are going to be here, plus the backroom staff. Of course, I can't finish off without thanking all the players that I've played with at Clyde, because without them, I wouldn't be here receiving this induction into the Hall of Fame. I've always considered football as a team sport, not an individual sport. I've always given 100% in every game I played. I've tried to help, motivate my teammates. I've tried to protect certain teammates. They'll know who they are. A team needs to blend with different types of players. I might not have been the most skillful player in the world, but nobody contributed more in terms of effort, determination and commitment to the team than I did. And every time I play a game of football, and the thing I look in the mirror, and if I couldn't come in and look at myself in the mirror and say that I tried my hardest, I tried my best, then I would be very upset at myself. I tried to put this over to my grandson, who I'm very proud of, sitting there. And when he plays now, and he's playing at under, he's playing 2004 football, and he might not be the best player, but he puts a lot of effort in. And I'm also very proud that he was the Scottish boxing champion for 2 years, West of Scotland boxing champion, and he's given up to play a team sport rather than being a boxer. I'd also like to thank all the backroom staff, especially John Watson, better known as Hitler to us players, because he was an outstanding physio who took time to strap both my ankles before every game to try and protect me from those terribly rough players from the opposing. That's a bit edited for the ladies in the prisons. I'd also like to thank the boss Craig Brown for the success and stability he brought to the club, and although I didn't always agree with his team selection, especially during the latter part of my career, as I reckon I would have scored a few more goals if my arse wasn't so sore. He simply replied to, every time I challenged one, he simply replied with, look, you always need a person on the bench who's an impact player. Somebody could go in and change a game when it was necessary. It must be sad, because I believed them. All the directors during my time at Clyde, I'd like to thank them all, because the Dunn family, John and Francis Macbeth, John Taylor, but not forgetting, can I get a drink up with it? I'm slivering. John Taylor, but I must remember Doc Crowley, who once used his breath to anaesthetise my eyebrow, where he put 4 stitches in it. And to this day, so I could play on against Dumbarton, and to this day I still don't know how he didn't leave a scar. Of course, not forgetting all the current directors who are keeping this great club going with all their hard work. They are keeping the club going by doing thankless tasks which should be recognised, but they're also coming along to support the Bully Wee. And I think they deserve a lot of applause. But most of all, I want to thank the Clyde supporters. During my time at Shawfield, I was very fortunate not to suffer much abuse while crossing the dog track. To get into the dressing room, believe me, some players were that nervous they were shitting themselves. And that was before the game, after we did a warm-up. They came along to both home and away. It would be easy to support the Celtic just up the road, but I think it's in their genes. And this is a true story. I have been approached on 2 different occasions by 2 different supporters over the years to introduce their sons to me. They were named Neil after me. I know it's hard to believe, but for my wife and family's benefit, they were both Neil supporters. Finally, I'm not sure. Firstly, I'm not sure if you guys realise what it means to us, especially to run out in somewhere like Forfar or Brecon or Arbroath on a wet Wednesday night in the midweek game. Whether it was 1 bus load or 10 bus load, it doesn't matter. You were there to support the Bully Wee, and that's why every time I scored a goal, no matter how long it took me to find you, I found you to enjoy our celebration together. I'd like to thank you all again. I'd like to thank, obviously, Gordon Sidney for his words, Craig Brown, and my best mate for life, John Brogan. And all I'm going to finish off now is, come away the Bully Wee.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Neil, one last thing is to go over for the photograph. We've got plenty of time later on, and I'll now hand back to John McKinnon. Thanks very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, folks, now, with those statistics, right,